Hey guys, Nikki Renee here. So, Christopher and I found something at the dollar store. We were at the Family Dollar, just looking around and picking up some canvas boards because you can get a canvas board there for $1, literally. And we found these. Now, I have been watching Squishy Unmakeovers on Nerdy Crafters channel and Squishy Makeovers on Mariah Elizabeth's channel, and I want to paint squishies, so I figured, why not? So I'm going to take you guys on a journey with me today, so let's get started. Alright, so getting into the squishies. Both kits come with brushes. The brushes are really cheap, really flimsy, a lot like Crayola. There's not any quality control. The bristles are jacked up. You get 6 pots of paint with each squishy, but they're all the same colors in both squishies. Your basic primaries, green, pink, and black. So I'm going to start with the rainbow squishy, and I'm just going to trim off these seams because, in my opinion, they're irritating. Obligatory squish because squishy. And I'm going to start roughing up the surface with a nail file. This is actually the soft side of a nail file. I use a nail file because it gives me more control. I know a lot of people use sandpaper. I just personally like the control I have of something that is solid. The reason that you have to rough it up is if it doesn't have a proper surface, your paint won't adhere. So first impressions of the paint is, holy crap, this stuff is really thick, it's really opaque, it's laying down really smooth. This is chef's kiss. Now, they didn't give me an orange, but they did give me the primary colors, so I can mix orange. But if I'm going in the order of the rainbow, Roy G. Biv, orange comes after red, yellow comes after orange, so I've just ruined my yellow by mixing red into it to have orange. If I didn't have a second kit, where is the yellow coming from for the Y in Roy G. Biv? This was a little clumpy. I'm not sure if it was the paints not wanting to mix together or if the yellow was a little dried out. I really wouldn't be incredibly surprised if the yellow was dried out. And just, what the crap is this? This pot of yellow that came with the cupcake is completely dried out. Like, it's got a little bit of movement, but it's basically clay. So I forgot to hit record after I revived that yellow paint, which involved adding water to it, mixing it, and letting it sit, and then mixing it again. But as you can see, the blue, the green, they're perfect. They're beautiful, exactly what you want. And then I had to mix purple because, of course, they didn't give me purple. They gave me a rainbow, and they did not give me the colors of the rainbow. They gave me primary, green, pink, black. Not usually any black in the rainbow. Not a lot of pink either. So I had to mix this, and I really wish companies, when they're doing stuff like this, I really wish that they would put colors that coordinate with the kit rather than just throwing things together. So as you can see, after it's all dry, it's kind of stiff, kind of crunchy, kind of peely. Like we prepped the surface and the paint's still peeling off. Why is the paint peeling off? Because they gave us acrylic paint, not fabric paint. So this now has the acrylic disease. It's now trash. You really need to use fabric paint on squishies because it's flexible. So I'm going to give this kit another try with the cupcake, and I'm going to go ahead and use my own fabric paints. These are Tulip. They are brushable fabric paints by Tulip. This was my first time actually using them, and obligatory squish. The squish on this is much better than the squish on the rainbow. And I'm just going to go ahead and prep that just like I prepped the rainbow. And would you look at that? We have an air pocket. We must perform surgery. So as you can see, there's the air pocket. It's a pretty decently sized air pocket. So we're just going to shove some foam that we have lying around in the hole. We have foam lying around because we're a crafter and we have hoarder tendencies. I'm going to seal that up with some white puffy paint. This is glitter puffy paint because it's the only white puffy paint that I have right now, and I wanted to keep the white base. So I'm going to start by painting the cupcake liner pink, and then I'm going to move on to the frosting or the icing, whichever you call it. Now, because these are brushable, they're not the most opaque fabric paints. A couple of them are really opaque, but the pink, the purple, no, the blue, beautiful. Not as opaque as I'd like, but not as transparent as the others. The green was pretty transparent. So was the yellow and the orange. But the red was the best out of all of them. You'll notice my colors are overlapping a little. I figured since Mariah, Elizabeth, and Nerdy Crafter inspired me to do squishies, I would do a squishy honoring Mariah. So this is for her, in a way. And I'm doing a blendy rainbow on the icing. Because as we know, she loves rainbows, she loves sprinkles, and there for a hot minute she was on a blendy rainbow kick. So this is my blendy rainbow for her. This is after about 9 coats of paint. And I then mixed up a brown because I decided it was going to be a chocolate cupcake because chocolate. And that took about 8 coats too. But once it was opaque, it was perfect. So, at the end of the day, would I recommend this? If you know not to use this stuff. This is trash. But these, like, so satisfying. So, the squishies themselves are great. The paint's trash, but for $3, if you've got fabric paint, go ahead and do it yourself the right way.
thank you guys so much for watching. As always, if you haven't already and you'd like to, please subscribe. You can either do so down below or right here in the middle of the screen. And then off to the sides here, YouTube is suggesting something for you to watch, either a playlist or another video that maybe you haven't seen yet. So sit down, have a marathon, and I'll see you next time, and maybe, just maybe, we'll make over that rainbow squishy that kind of got jacked up at the beginning, huh? Alright, see you guys next time. Bye-bye.